The word in the grapevine says that EMDR was bumped down from its first line status.
Is EMDR a sham? My name's Leo, licensed mental health counselor, here to help explain a bit. And the answer to that first question is a resounding no. EMDR is a treatment modality founded by Francine Shapiro for the intention of helping clients process complex trauma. During these sessions, the therapist prompts the client with eye movement, bilateral stimulation, along with other therapy props. And this is where the novelty of this approach has come from for over the past several years. Before EMDR, clients had to talk about their traumas in therapy, while in EMDR, clients are promised to only have to share essential information about their traumatic experiences, and nothing more. And because of its novelty, EMDR has been really popular in traumatology circles for its growing evidence to support it. But the American Psychological Association had other ideas. In April 2025, the APA published its guidance for trauma treatment, as well as an information sheet about EMDR becoming a second-line treatment. The reason APA has done this is because there isn't enough quality evidence to support it across military populations, which doesn't mean EMDR is all for naught whatsoever. But I have some thoughts on this. Let me preface with my own bias. I have not received training in EMDR. I know many counselors who have thrived with their practice in EMDR. And I have always been on the fence about EMDR myself. One side of me says, who doesn't want to learn a new way to help clients process trauma in a way that gives my practice an edge? While the other side of me has always felt daunted about the financial moat and the professional gatekeeping that's happening in EMDR, knowing that at the end of the day, we live in a capitalist society. Up until this point, I've sensed that the invisible hand has been influencing us all to put our time and money into EMDR, with the promise that it can not only help deal with trauma, but also help with other mental health conditions too. It seems hard to challenge this when counselors who've trained under EMDR have come out in droves to support the modality. But when you consider the 40+ hours of intensive training within a short amount of time, the hours of supervision and consultation required for it, and the exorbitant costs associated with training, membership, and credentialing northward of $1,500 has costed me to backpedal on this a bit. Especially when we know now that other treatment modalities are just as effective and even more accessible than EMDR. Trainings for modalities like cognitive processing therapy are available for a fraction of the cost. In the end, it's pleasant news for clinicians such as myself who no longer have to feel pressure about being on that fence. And I'll go on to say, EMDR definitely has its place in traumatology. Maybe you as a client are still enamored by the practice and by some of the promises it still keeps. At the same time, it's really nice to see the APA make this move, because the demand for EMDR does not justify overlooking the intrinsic value of other evidence-based approaches. And I think the message is, if you are EMDR curious and would like to explore that realm, the evidence is there to support you. But if you are skeptical about EMDR, or EMDR is not accessible to you, or both, and especially if you need trauma treatment right away, know that when it comes to evidence-based practices, all rivers lead to the same ocean. Like, comment, and subscribe for more mental health content, and take this with you to therapy.